Happy New Year! Spring has springed and launched us to a new year, tumbling head over heels into 2021. Master Mode levels, that is. Yes, I know it's 2023 when I'm releasing this video. I'm only a little bit behind. So, Master Mode, for the uninitiated, are custom campaigns in the Pinball Abridged 2 workshop. Hold on a second. This is the wrong game. Much better. Master Mode is Kaizo Mario, but for Pinball Abridged. That's all you need to know. While you don't need to watch in order, we are currently taking on the Spring Weekly Challenges in what I've called Season 2 of Master Mode Abridged. We will continue at week 27 of what I suspect will be many a level that will force me to use the spring material, because obvious joke is obvious. Anyways, it's Master Mode time. Week 27, Unsupported Load. Before there was Master Mode, there was the Anchorless Challenge, a self-imposed build restriction that says a bridge cannot be connected to any of the square anchors. It is kind of trivial though when you can just hook a rope around the bookend islands. Week 27 Master Mode. Help given? None. Master Challenge? The cruise ship goes when the dump truck returns, and there are added checkpoints. I kinda thought we would have added some springs to this. Ah well, it's only the first level. My solution is basically the same. I tie the bridge off to the back of the island and just overbuild the out of it because I can't seem to get the top to line up and connect for the extra strength. Week 28, Subterranean Shipping. Screw your one-day shipping. Hit the nitros and speed shift this to top gear. We've got delivery to make this hour. Week 28 Master Mode. Help given, significant budget increase, and added springs. Master Challenge? It's a cluster truck. Let me break out the crayons and just show you what kind of a mess we have to deal with. Our original truck and his two buddies need to ramp up and down this pit here. The quartet on top of them have got a death wish down the same pit, but with a checkpoint pit stop. The trio on the right side of the ramp have to evade both of those groups to get to the end and throw themselves over the cliff like lemmings. The tankers above them need to get there too. The tankers above those tankers need to get down the ramp pit. And if you didn't see it earlier, there is a dune buggy that somehow needs to make it across the whole map. It is a mess. I have no more words for this. Week 29, Drop Bridge. Hey, here we go, a legitimate springs level. Oh yeah, it's all coming together now. Week 29, Master Mode. Help given, double budget. Master Challenge, return to start, and a high up checkpoint. Rather than drop the bridge, I elected to have compressed springs unfold it and use steel rope to prevent it from overexpanding. Kind of overcomplicated way to go about doing it, but you know the Pinball Abridged saying, there is no intended solution. If it solves, it's good. Week 30, Balancing Act. These two blocks are very top-heavy and will tip over at the slightest nudge, which means you could pivot the bridge around them to dodge the plane. Nobody did that except me. Most people just locked them together and did a normal drawbridge. Week 30 Master Mode. Help given? None. Master Challenge? Biplanes replaced with blimps, and more planes. Herd mentality exists for a reason. Locking the shapes together and making a normal drawbridge is just way, way easier. All I had to do for this was just bend both sides so don't hit the bonus plane. Week 31, Sails and Slots. There's no way to go but right down the middle, and the only way through is with safety gaps. The challenge here is the lack of springs. With nothing to absorb all 8 transitions to the different safety gaps, the bridge has to be strong enough to withstand the shock load without breaking the budget. But the car can't slow down too much because it'll stall out. However, there's always an overcomplicated way to go about it. Introducing the Giga Lipkin. There it is in all its gigantic glory. This comically oversized PU-ciliar Lipkin linkage is a straight line mechanism. Once the rope tether lets go from the far side, the Model T is in for a smooth glide across to the side. No gap roads needed. Week 31 Master Mode. Help given? None. Master Challenge? Limo Convoy. What is it with these guys and limos? So you remember how I said the hard part was absorbing the shock when a car slams back down onto the road after crossing a gap? Yeah, now we have to do that, hold on. 8 times 5 cars. 40 times! Yeah, that's why this level is right at the budget and why I had to cheat a little bit. I have these nifty little road flaps that fold out and smooth over the gap when the car bumps into them. That's also why some of the roads can swing back and forth. Reducing the total number of gaps is the only way to beat this. Week 32, Razor Ramp. We've got no roads, but we do have these blocks. The Lipkin makes its return in a much more useful context, as a simpler mechanism would have just bumped into the wall and broke everything. Week 32, Master Mode. Help given? None. Master Challenge? The Model T has a weaker engine, the vehicles must be sorted, and a 10 hydraulic limit. The time for Lipkins is over. We need finer control, and there is room in the budget for jankiness. A simple hydraulic rope it is. Let the jank commence. The gap for the dune buggy is too large to cross, but with a well-placed bounce, we can use the sports car as a tiny bridge. You okay there, little buggy? You look kinda stuck. Let's try that again. Ah, good. Step buggy isn't stuck. Week 33, Vertical Detour. Van goes up and van goes down. I have my fun by tying it all into one hydraulic. Week 33 Master Mode. Help given? None. Master Challenge. 10 road limit. Taxi is slow. Central supports have been removed. And the buggy has to jump a gap. The roads here are a real mess now. While the van is up, the dune buggy has to jump its way across and maintain enough speed while doing so to take the final jump to its flag unassisted. An extra road would have really gone a long way to make this level easier. Week 34, Fold Away. This bridge needs to be rotated 90 degrees to get out of the way of the boats. However, I just slapped enough materials down to beat the level and called it good. We can save the linkages to the Master Mode version. Week 34 Master Mode. Help given. Gap reduced. Master Challenge. Removed springs, limited roads, and hydraulics. Bridge must fold into the box and you can't cheat by folding into the floor. For as simple as this looks, this took me forever to figure out. Even now, I struggle to do this kind of stuff. As far as I can remember, this is a 90-degree rotation and a 180-degree rotation tacked onto the same bit of bridge. I am not explaining it any more than that. Let's just be glad that it works. Week 35, Straddling Stars. We gotta stick to the straight and narrow on this one. The spacing on these checkpoints is just wide enough apart to where a perfectly flat road will just barely collect them. Week 35 Master Mode. Help given, 5 extra roads and stronger materials. Master Challenge. Block the falling road cheese. Checkpoints have been spread out. Before we look at my solution, we must understand something from the previous level. Welcome to the Polybridge 2 Gallery. Here you will find the bane of wannabe budgeters everywhere, the falling road solution. By dropping a road from great height, you can clip it into the vehicle hitbox. And that's when the physics stop making sense and you get these kinds of solutions. Now, back to the present. So the solution to the falling road cheese was to just put a lid on the level that materials just can't go through. Which means I can literally cheese the anti-cheese by hanging my bridge from it. Now when this was brought up, I was asked to pretty please solve this level normally, which I did, but I still thought this was hilarious. Week 36, Buggy Bonk. With a shared star and flag in the middle, a hop, skip, and a bump easily solves this level. Week 36, Master Mode. Help given, slightly more budget, Master Challenge, buggies become limos. What is it with the limos recently? If you couldn't tell from my exact budget solution, this level is brutally hard. The limos have default stats, so there's no hope of jumping them. You must return to bridge. Because of the default stats, getting off the bridge is very annoying. We don't have the money to make a nice slope for them to drive off of because building up that high costs a lot of money. So they have to slowly scoot forwards on one wheel until they tip over and off the bridge. My right-hand side is disconnected to allow for an easier tipping motion, but it still takes forever for it to flop off. I have no idea how you would shave this down by $3,000 to meet the bonus challenge. Week 37, Crisscross Carriageway. Sometimes my own solutions confuse me. Not because they are complicated, but because they are executed in such a stupid way. The ramp the Vespa drives on is tied with a rope to a mechanical latch that, once pulled, drops the other ramp down for the van to climb on for its flag, only that's not the van that goes next. Instead, we have to wait for a whole minute in real time for the left van to slowly push that trapdoor out of the way so the van itself can be used as a bridge for the right van. Week 37 Master Mode. Help given. Slight budget increase and unlimited steel. Master Challenge. All vehicles become buggies and do not wait their turn. The buggies must return to start. Springs make their triumphant return as genuinely useful bridging materials. Blink and you'll miss it, as these buggies make short work of this level. Week 38, Pothole Parkour. Don't go too fast or you'll miss the entrance. Springs to stop, and springs to catch. This level's more spring than anything else. Week 38 Master Mode. Help given? None. Master Challenge? Buggy returns to start. There is also an extra buggy. The timing for that pocket is rather tight, so I just punch the buggy in the face to delay while I clear the path under the platform. Then, with some definitely 100% calculated and totally not trial and error head-on collisions, I sneak the buggies past each other. Once that happens, it's just rinse and repeat for the second buggy to escape from the underground. Week 39, Stopgap Shuttle. This is the hole the bus goes in to form a bridge for the other car. A bus plug, if you will. It is important to make sure the way you go about removing it does not cause anything to break or it could get stuck in the hole. That's why there's springs on this. They act as a cushion. I gotta stop right here, there's too much innuendo. Week 39 Master Mode. Help given. Double the springs and hydraulic controller. Master Challenge. We found a second hole. Double the holes means double the fun, am I right? But getting out of the first one into the second without getting stuck on the Model T poses a problem. The old way we did it won't work, and so it's time to introduce a new mechanic. Behold, the hydraulic rope. When activated, it moves thrice as fast as a regular hydraulic for no extra cost. With this much power, we can fling the bus out of one hole and slam dunk it into the other. I then ran out of budget and had to use the old mechanism to extract it from the second hole. This week's featured level is Making Do, a jump level with extreme material restrictions. Let's get to the elephant in the room, Polybridge 3. This is the secret project that has been consuming all of my time. I was brought on as a level designer and have been part of the core team building out the 150 plus level campaign for the past yearish. As such, I've either beaten or made every level in the campaign, so I don't see a point in making a video about it. So what do you want to see next? I'm kind of partial to finishing Season 2 of Master Mode Abridged by playing the PB2 Summer 2021 levels. That'll make a full calendar year of levels to close out the season. I could also end this season of Master Mode early and switch over to Polybridge 3 since I hear the Master Mode team is planning to make levels for that game. I could even try beating interesting PB3 workshop levels. No, Tony, I am not playing Loop Hell 2 Loop Harder. I beat your evil level once and I'm not doing it again. Here's a link if you want to see me suffer. I could also just try making videos on other games or topics. Let me know in the comments. So, thank you everyone for watching and commenting. I have been the Lazy Comet, and I hope you'll keep me in your orbit. That's a fancy way to say subscribe if you haven't already.